Hello. Today we're going to be doing rainbow coasters. And as you can see, I've got two options, one with tassels and one with little clouds. This, I guess, tutorial, you can do, different sizes depending on the size of hook you're using, just to kind of give you an idea. For this one, I used a 4.5 millimeter hook. And then for this one, I used the 3.5 because I just wanted to see if it changed the shape and the size of it. So I would say the 3.5 millimeters are good for like normal size coffee mugs. And I wish I had my monster mug, but it's in the dishwasher, so I could show you like how that fits the larger size. So obviously size is up to you. And it goes in rows, but we do increases throughout, and I'm going to try to make that as easy as possible. And then I'll kind of show you how I do my tassels, my little cheating method. If you already have a way of doing your tassels, like cool beans. And I'll also walk us through like these little bobble type stitches for the clouds. So to get started, you'll either do 3.5, you could do 4, 4.5. Like I said, depends on the size you want. If you want a normal size mug like rug, I would say go for the 3.5. If you want really large because you got wide like mugs like me, I would say 4.5. And we're gonna start with our inside color. So I'm gonna use lighter colors today in hopes that makes it easier to read. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna take our first color and we're gonna chain 9. So hold on. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna chain 9. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And from here, we're gonna do a double crochet into our third chain from your hook. So we're gonna go ahead and do a double crochet into that third chain. And just to let you know, that chain 2 there, it's not gonna count as anything, but I am gonna do it when we work up the rows because I think it gives it kind of a nicer seam, and it sort of fills in any like weird gaps that you might have if you just did a chain 3 as a double crochet. But anyways, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna double crochet the next 2 stitches. So we're gonna do 1, 2. So we'll have a total of 3 double crochets so far. And now in your next one, you're gonna do 5 double crochets. So that's gonna start creating our arch. So you're gonna do 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And now continuing, you're gonna do 3 double crochets in the next 3 chains. And so that first chain after you did that might be hard to see because it gets really squeezed. You kind of gotta sort of dig around for it. But you're gonna go ahead, you're gonna double crochet the next 3 chains. And from there, once you've done that, you can go ahead and fasten off, and we'll switch our colors. So go ahead, fasten off, and then we'll switch our colors. Oh, and just to let you all know, it's gonna be a total of 11 double crochets if you need to have a whole count at the end of your row. So 11 double crochets, not including that chain 2 because it's not gonna count as anything. All right. So now for our second row, we're gonna attach where we fastened off. And we're gonna go ahead, once we attach it, we're gonna chain 2, which doesn't count as a stitch. So you're gonna go ahead and flip your work, and we're gonna double crochet into that same stitch since we're not counting the chain 2 as anything. And from here, we're gonna double crochet into the next 2 stitches. So 1, 2, now we're gonna do a double crochet increase over the next 2 stitches. So you're gonna do 2 double crochets in the next stitch, and then you're going to repeat that again in the following stitch. You're going to do 2 more double crochets because we're creating our arch here, so we have to do increases. So just so you can see, you're going to have 1, 2, 3, and then you have 1 increase, 2 increases. And now in this stitch, we're going to do 3 double crochets into this next stitch. So we're going to do 1, 2, and 3. And now to make this symmetrical, we're going to kind of go in the opposite way that we did coming up. So we're going to do an increase over the next 2 stitches. We're going to do 1 increase. So it'll be 2 double crochets. So you see you have your 3, you'll have an increase, and then we're going to do it again, another increase. So you'll have 2 increases, and then you're going to double crochet the last 3 stitches. Because remember that chain 2 is not going to count as anything. So you're just going to do 1, 2, and 3 double crochets. So you should have a total, if you're counting them out to make sure that you're right on track. It's going to be 17 double crochets in total for this row. And if that's right, you can go ahead and fasten off. We're going to switch up to our next color, row 3. So again, for row 3, we're going to go ahead and attach where we fastened off. We're going to do a chain 2, turn our work, and then go ahead and double crochet into that same stitch. Did I chain 2? No, I only chained 1. Oopsie doopsie. Double crochet into that same stitch. Now we're going to go and we're going to double crochet the next 2 stitches. So 1, 2. So if we're right, we should have a total of 3 double crochets so far. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to do a repetition. We're going to do an increase and then 1 double crochet, and we're going to repeat that 6 times. So just to show you, we'll do an increase, so 2 double crochets into 1 stitch, and then double crochet into the following stitch. And we're going to repeat this 5 more times. So here's the second time. Then we have the third time. Increase. Double crochet 1. Fourth time. Double crochet 1, 5th time, and then after you get to the 6th time, you should end up, give me 1 second, 6 times. You should end up with 2 stitches left. So you're going to double crochet the last 2 stitches. So that way both sides start out with 3 double crochets before we get into the increase 1 nonsense hoopla. So with that being said, you should have a total of 23 stitches. And if you're right, you can go ahead and fasten off, and we'll switch up our colors. For our 4th row, again, we're going to attach where we fastened off. We're going to chain 2, turn our work and double crochet in the same stitch. And then from here, we're going to go ahead, we're going to do double crochet 2 and then an increase. And we're going to do that a total of 3 times. So we're going to do 1, 1, increase. So 2 in the following stitch. So you should see it'll be 1, and now the repeating pattern is going to be 1, 2, increase. And we're going to do that a total of 3 times. So that's the first time. And we're going to do 1, 1, increase. So that'll be our second time. And just so you can see, it's 1, 1, increase, 1, 1, increase. And we're going to do that one more time. 1 double crochet, 1 double crochet, increase. So once you've done that 3 times, we're going to double crochet the next 3 stitches. So we're going to do 1, 2, 3. And now to go back down this side, we're going to do a repeating pattern of increase, double crochet the next 2 stitches for a total of 3 times. So we're going to do our increase, then we're going to do 1 double crochet, 1 double crochet. So that's 1 time. And we're going to repeat it a total of 3 times. So again, increase. My yarn's sneaking its way into the camera. And then 1 double crochet, 2 double crochets. So that's 2 times. And again, once more, we're going to do increase, 1 double crochet, 2 double crochets, and then we're going to end with a double crochet into our last stitch. So for this round, you should have a total of 29 stitches in total, and if that's correct, you can go ahead and fasten off, and we'll go on to row 5. So for row 5, again, attach, fasten off, chain 2, turn your work and double crochet into that same stitch that you attached to. And then from here, we're going to double crochet the next 2 stitches. So 1. So you'll do 1, 2. So you're going to have 3 here. And now we're going to do an increase. So you'll have 1, 2, 3, increase. And then from here, we're going to do a repeating pattern of we're going to do 3 double crochets and then an increase. And we're going to do that 2 times. So we're going to do 1, 2, 3, increase. So that's 1 time. And then again, we're going to repeat this. So we're going to do 1, 2, 3, increase. And now from here, we're going to do a repeating pattern of double crochet, increase for a total of 3 times. So we're going to double crochet 1 and then increase, which will be 1 time. And then again, double crochet 1, increase for 2 times, And then once more, double crochet 1, increase, which will make 3 times. So this is how we should be looking. And now we're gonna do double crochet 3, increase twice. So we're gonna do 1, 2, 3, increase, which will make one time. And we're gonna repeat this again. We're gonna double crochet 3 and then do an increase. So 1, 2, 3, increase. And then finally, we're gonna double crochet the last 3 stitches. So we'll do 1, 2, and 3. So with this being said, you should have a total of 37 double crochet stitches. And if you do, you can go ahead and fasten off, and we'll switch to our last row. So now for our last row, this one's gonna be the easiest row of all the rows. You're gonna attach where you fastened off, like we have been this whole time. Maybe I can do it. We're gonna chain 2, turn our work and double crochet into the same stitch. And now we're gonna double crochet the next 17 stitches. So we're gonna do 17, then you're gonna do an increase, and then you're gonna double crochet the last 18 stitches, which will leave you with a total of 38 double crochets. And from there you can fasten off. So remember, it's gonna be your chain 2, double crochet in that stitch. You're gonna double crochet the next 17, make an increase, which is gonna be up here in the center. And then you're gonna double crochet the last 18 stitches, leaving you with a total of 38 double crochet stitches. And then you can go ahead and fasten off, and we'll go and work on the clouds and the tassels from there. Okay? Easy peasy. So now you've successfully created your rainbow. You can go ahead if you want. You can block your work to really like accentuate the arch. Obviously you're gonna wanna weave in your ends. And from here, you know, like I said, we can do a couple different options such as tassels or clouds. And for tassels, if you're already familiar with it, you know, some people have little thingamajigs that they use to create their tassels. Personally, if you want to know my evil secret, I use my phone case. And I just so happen to have to take it off my phone because it's too heavy for this light that it's on. So what I do, just to like give you an idea of the nonsense I put myself through, because trust me, I've tried the cardboard ones, and they're great and all until you've used them so many times, and then they're just bending, and you're like, okay, this isn't working. So at least my phone case is like, especially when my phone's inside it, it's really secure. And if you can see like the part where you know you have your silence little button, I wrap it around like 4 times, like that. And then I go ahead, oh no. And I usually take my little scissors and I cut. I know, it's bad. You should not take advice from me. And if anybody like 3D prints these like little things to make tassels easier, like I will pay you money. You can have it. Otherwise, that's a really good business opportunity. Anyways, so from here, you know, we have this kind of folded in half. If you've never done tassels before, it's just kind of just a really quick, and then I'm gonna jump to the clouds. So I try to usually use a bigger hook because I feel like it makes it easier to pull through. And what I do is I stick my hook through bottom to top, and it's gonna go between the first and second stitches, or this is where the whole gap thing comes into play. You can do it between your chain 2 and that double crochet of that first stitch. So it really kind of helps. And anyways, you're gonna stick it through. I loop it on, and then we pull it through, but not all the way through. You want it just enough that you can kind of stick your fingers in. And then from there, you can pull it and tighten it to create your little tassel. And you're probably gonna wanna go ahead like afterwards and cut them so they're nice and even and stuff. I really need sharp scissors, apparently. I found that out just earlier today. But that's a story for another day. So that's how we would do the tassels version. Like, that's just a quick, and if you, like I said, you have your own system, yo, power to you. Like, that's how I did my tassels. I just did them around the stem of each stitch across. So that's out of the way. The clouds might be a little bit more difficult, so that's what we're gonna focus on here. And what I did is I'm gonna get my cloud color, like this creamy color, and we're gonna go ahead. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna flip our work over so that the back side of our last row is facing upwards. I mean, you don't have to. That's obviously your choice or not. And we're gonna attach our yarn to the top of that double crochet of the last row, not the chain 2. So we're gonna attach it to the top of that double crochet, and we're gonna start making a bobble stitch by going 1, 2, and then we're gonna yarn over like we're doing a double crochet, but we're not gonna finish it. So we're gonna do 1, and we're gonna have 2 loops on the hook. We're gonna yarn over, insert into the same stitch again, draw up, yarn over, draw through 2 loops. You'll have 3. We're gonna repeat this process, so you're gonna have a total of 4 unfinished double crochets, if that makes sense. So if you look here, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 unfinished in our initial chain 2, which means we got 5 loops on our hook. And if that looks good, we're gonna yarn over and draw through all 5 of those. And once we do that, we're gonna work into the stem of our chain 2, and we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna single crochet. So this kind of helps bubble out our little cloud, if you can see. And from here, we're gonna slip stitch into the top of our next double crochet. So into the top of our 5th row, we're gonna slip stitch. Again, we're gonna chain 2, and then we're gonna do our bobble stitch. So yarn over, draw through 2, yarn over, insert, lift up, yarn over, draw through 2. So you have a total of 4 unfinished double crochets on your hook. Maybe a little bit harder with a smaller hook, I'll say that. And then once you have all 4, and then you got 5 loops on your hook, you're gonna yarn over, draw through all 5, and then slip stitch into the stem of your double crochet. You're gonna, not slip stitch, single crochet around it. And then you'll slip stitch into the top of your next double crochet. And you're gonna repeat this until we get to the purple round. So again, I'll show you. Chain 2, yarn over, insert, draw up a loop, yarn over, draw through 2. Repeat this process 3 more times. You should have 5 loops on your hook, and then you're gonna yarn over, draw through all 5, single crochet around the stem or the leg of your double crochet, and then slip stitch into the top of your your next double crochet. Just like that. So I'm gonna pause, and then I'm gonna start back up when we're at the purple so I can show you how it connects to the other side and continues. So now that we're at the purple round, I went ahead, made my bobble, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to single crochet around the stem of that purple double crochet, and now I'm going to single crochet around the chain 2 of the next side of the purple. So this kind of connects them together, and you'll still have that arch, but trust me, I tried to do it unconnected. I didn't like it, so this is what I ended up coming up with. So you'll have single crochet into the stem, and then you're going to single crochet into the chain 2 stem of your other side of your rainbow. And from here, you're going to slip stitch into the top of that double crochet, and then you're going to continue. You're going to chain 2, you're going to do your bobble stitch, and then you're going to single crochet into the stem of the following double crochet. So I'll show you here in a second. So here we have 4, and we're going to yarn over, oh no, draw through all of them. I saved it. And then single crochet into the stem of the next double crochet, and then slip stitch into the top and repeat. And you're going to just do that across, and once you finish your last bobble, you're going to go ahead and you're going to actually slip stitch it into the same top of that double crochet, but I'll pause and then I'll come back and I'll just show you just for clarification. So just complete that bobble pattern apart, across, sorry, and then I'll just show you that and you'll be good to go. Again, I did my last bobble, and then from there I'm just going to slip stitch it into that same stitch and fasten off, and you'll be done with your fancy dancy rainbow coaster. And you can take your little mug. I have a rainbow mug because I was on a rainbow podcast. So, ta-da! I hope that was fun and easy, and I can't wait to see some rainbows in the future. Have a great day, everybody.